new report is shedding light on how small businesses feel about their relationship with municipalities. The Canadian Federation of Independent Business says half of small businesses in our region say things could be friendlier with towns and cities. To talk about this, the CFIB's Director of Legislative Affairs for Nova Scotia, Duncan Robertson, joins us. Thanks for speaking with us, Duncan.
Thanks for having me.
So this report says municipalities can improve conditions by cutting costs and red tape. Explain that. How bad is it?
Well, like you said, over half of our membership across Atlantic Canada see the municipality that they operate in as not being small business friendly. The main indicators, as you also stated, was property taxes, but also red tape and crime and safety, particularly when we look at the cost impact of property taxes. Around 6 in 10 of our members, they have a hard time to predict what these rates will be in the future, which makes it harder for them to plan for their business, and that has an impact as well. And over 3/4 of our membership across Atlantic Canada don't see the property tax dollars they spend as being good value for money.
So what are you hearing from businesses when it comes to this?
Well, they're looking for some balance and some fairness, particularly when we look at what we call the tax gap, which is the difference in rate between a commercial and residential property. That goes in Atlantic Canada between 2 and 4 times what a residential property would pay. So we want to see some fairness there. And there's some understanding that we really need to see these costs reduced, because it does mean that less dollars are going into small businesses, which again, we need more dollars in these small businesses for productivity and just ensure that we're keeping a live and vibrant community.
And you sort of mentioned about how, this is about saving businesses time and money. What is the CFIB calling for?
So again, we're looking for that property tax rate to be reduced when possible, closing that gap, and also ensuring that there are business services out there in municipalities to ensure that these tax dollars are being used effectively, ensuring that there's online services, online portals, construction mitigation funds to help small businesses impacted by construction. These are all ways that municipalities can step up and improve their small business environment. And hopefully next year we can get above 50%. So now when I was in school, a 50% grade would not have flown.
And you have also talked about, how business owners say these taxes and fees, they're unpredictable. Talk a little bit more about that.
Well, to be a small business owner, to be successful, it is predicated on being able to look, 5, 10 years in the future and have an understanding of where costs are going to go. And when we find out year over year what tax rates will be, that's not a good way to really operate. They need to have a forecast. So we want to see, costs related to property taxes, a forecast there, but also considering utility costs. So here in Nova Scotia Power, Halifax Water, these utilities are increasing, and we need to have a clearer picture into the future to ensure we can have a stable business environment.
And there are obviously lots of things that impact businesses, infrastructure, congestion, construction, things like that. Tell us about some of those impacts.
Yeah, so particularly these areas, we're seeing more businesses cite these as a concern, particularly when we look at aging or outdated infrastructure, congestion. Of course, that's what we're hearing. So ensuring that we're, ensuring that there is proper investment to improve these areas is of course important. Making sure that it's easy to get to main streets, to across, the municipality, not just downtown, but to the outskirts as well. All these vibrant communities. This is a key area, and ensuring that we're a mobile municipalities across Atlantic Canada is of course very important.
All right, well, we will have to leave it at that for tonight. Thank you for your time, Duncan.
Thank you very much.
Duncan is the CFIB's Director of Legislative Affairs for Nova Scotia and joined us from Halifax this evening. We'll take a short break now. Stay with us.